In today's video, I want to talk about how the mindset to wanting to get rich can take you far beyond financial success. The first thing I want to talk about is, well, what do you mean get rich? You know money can't buy happiness. In my head, that's probably the first thing that you're thinking. And you're 100% correct. Money cannot buy happiness. But according to Yale Insights, they did a study that shows that around 71% of Americans say that the essentials to living a fulfilling life is financial security. So that might not be an exact proof or 100%. I'm not speaking for everybody on how making more money can tie to necessarily being happier, but 71% of people say that it's essential to living a fulfilling life. I want to explain that I'm not trying to tell you that you need to build your whole identity on wanting to become rich, because in my opinion, if you chase this whole idea of wanting to become rich, you might end up too greedy, and you might be willing to do things that are very fake and unmoral for you. You know, you might go against your morale to do something to get this money. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that we live in America where there's a land of opportunity. So it's very possible for anybody. You see anybody out there getting rich nowadays. And I'm not saying that means that you need to get rich, but having that mindset to want to get rich will take you far beyond that financial success. Here's exactly what I mean. The first thing I want to talk about is the broaden and build theory. Now, this is the idea that chasing goals tied to growth and success, like aspiring to be wealthy, led to emotions such as hope, curiosity, and motivation. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I learn the most when I'm curious. And when I'm motivated, I work a lot harder. So if I chase this idea of wanting to become wealthy, it can directly correlate to the emotion that leads to motivation, which I can use as other parts in my life. So I can use that motivation to put in towards the gym or put towards learning something that I might be trying to learn and things like that. So not just the idea of chasing money will get you rich, but it'll give you these emotions, positive emotions at that, that can make you go a lot farther in your life than just financial success. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about, because some people might be out there saying, well, I don't want to be rich, like that isn't important. You shouldn't be chasing wealth. It can lead to all those things that I mentioned earlier. But riddle me this. America spends over $100 billion in America. Now that tells me one very important thing, that these people who are spending this money, and I know you know a few, if not, you might be someone who gambles, sports bets, or buys lottery tickets. If you do any of these things, you're willing to make more money with either added effort or higher risk. So that idea of just being comfortable and willing to do it, if you were to go to these people and say that you have an 80% chance at winning this much money if you do this, those people are likely going to take the opportunities that they can get. Now, I didn't want to just talk about these statistics, but another thing that I found out is, according to Pew Research Center, they found that 75% of U.S. adults say financial security is essential to living a fulfilling life. Now, again, that's not 100% of people. It might not be accurate for everybody. But these high statistics go to show that there's people out there who want more money and are willing to say that it's essential for a fulfilling life. Now, let's step away from these statistics for a little bit, because if you guys know me and you've been watching my channel, I'm not based off all facts. I like to relate things to philosophy here and there, because I am a huge supporter of philosophy, because I think the things that they had talked about when philosophy was still being created is what influenced a lot of today's history and learning, a part of now, and just ways we all live our lives has to do with philosophies, whether we know it or not. So I want to talk about one of the most influential philosophers ever, Seneca. He viewed money as a preferred indifferent, which pretty much means that he viewed money as a preferred indifferent, which pretty much means that it's neither good or bad. But he did say that the characteristics it takes to build wealth is the same characteristics that it takes to build a strong character, as in discipline, the motivation, the hard work. All these characteristics can build a strong character. So if I'm hardworking when it comes to this idea of wanting to become rich, I'm likely to be hardworking outside of that, whether it's my job or learning or taking care of my family or going to the gym. I'm going to take these characteristics aside from the ones that I'm using it for as far as the financial freedom part and applying it to other parts of my life to become a strong character. Now, my point is you shouldn't be chasing wealth. You shouldn't just physically be chasing it, but having that mindset will take you a lot farther than this financial success. It could lead you to reaching a lot of other goals that you might have in your life. And along this journey of you chasing, I shouldn't say chasing, along this journey of you telling yourself that you should become rich, as far as me, like I've been telling myself for a long time, like I need to become rich, but I haven't built my whole identity off of greed and becoming rich. I just knew in the back of my head, like I need to do what it takes. I need to take opportunities that I get and I need to work really hard. This journey is the real wealth that I receive from the mindset of wanting to become wealthy. And I feel like that's something that you guys could also take into account on this journey through our 20s. And if you've been watching this long, I want to step away from the stuff I've been talking about and just say thank you guys for watching my channel. I appreciate the support. I know it's been about a week since I've uploaded. I went on vacation over the weekend and I needed a lot of time to think about how I want to do my format for my videos. Because when I started, it was more important for me to be consistent. And now that I'm consistently uploading, I want to focus on increasing the quality. But I think I went from 0 to 100 in that time. And so like my last 2 videos, I feel like were pretty good, but I didn't get personable enough like this video. I'm talking to you guys. It's coming off mainly off the head. I jotted down a few notes, but now I feel like I can communicate better. And I also want to keep it raw and unfiltered. I don't want to over edit because I know that my audience watching is more focused on my growth, your guys' growth, and things that we can take from these videos and apply it to our lives as value. Straightforward and simple without overdoing any of the edits. Don't need any crazy transitions. And to be honest, I'm not going to cite my stuff anymore, and I'm not going to show you where I get my information, because if you don't believe me, then you don't have to. My channel isn't for me to prove. My channel is for me to motivate you guys to take things from my video and apply it to your life so we can grow as much as we can in this next decade of our lives. And I feel like I kind of lost track of that in my last 2 videos. So I'm going to be either uploading 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or every day again. I'm just still figuring that stuff out, but this video will for sure be going out tonight. And I'm kind of going to figure things out during the week, kind of figure out how many ideas I can create and which ones actually mean something so you guys can take away and actually have real value for my videos. So thank you guys for watching that last segment. You didn't have to. I hope the rest of this video was actually valuable to you guys. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.